What's up, Dragon Nation? I'm Rich with Dragon Nation Gaming. Welcome back to Stationeers, and as you can see, we're back in creative because I need to design a new section of my base, and it's going to require a lot of resources, a lot of ores, a lot of super alloys and super alloys, and it's taken me a little bit longer to get all that together than I thought. So what we need to do in this episode is I need to try to figure out how I'm going to design the lower section of this base. So down below us, I have to dig out an area so that way I could go ahead and start putting everything. Well, yeah, this is going to be a little bit of work. Let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so while I was in survival, there were a few things that I was figuring out, a few problems that I kind of have to fix. One of those is the plants. Now, the plants eat CO2 and they create oxygen. We got a little bit more CO2 with this active vent to put in the base for the plants, but the problem is now I have an overabundance of oxygen. So what I have to do is I have to figure out how to scrub out some of that oxygen. And I thought I could just go ahead and use this guy, which we set up to scrub out extra CO2 and some other gases. But the thing is, with the plants eating the CO2, that's never actually going to be used. So I thought, well, maybe I could use that to scrub out some of the extra oxygen, but the problem is that thing works way too fast. And it was causing so many problems. So I kind of have to figure out a solution that doesn't use the filter, because the filtration system is, well, it's a little bit too high powered for what I want to use it for. No idea how I'm going to do that. I have to figure that out. But if we go ahead and go down, below the base, god damn this jetpack. Yeah, look at that. I'm not even touching anything and I'm just sinking. Anyways, if we go down below the base, this is the area that I have to dig out. Still working on it. It's taken me a couple hours to dig it all out just to make sure I didn't over dig. And this area right here is for the rocket. I decided to go ahead and build the silo and see how well that works out. Now, a couple of things that I want to build with the rocket is we need a sorting system. This thing is going to be mining, hopefully, a lot of ore. And I want to be able to get to the ore by just a press of a button. Still trying to work that out, but I think I got a solution. We're going to try that today. And I think what I'm going to do is we also need fuel for the rocket. We'll have to keep refueling it. But there's going to be an ice miner on the ship as well, or on the rocket. So I'm hoping that it mines enough ice so we go ahead and make more fuel and refuel it. And then it could just go right back up. I think I'm going to try this area right here for creating fuel. And, well, I'm not sure. I don't have a whole lot of room over here. What we need to do is we need to sort out the different ores. Now, I took a look at the F1. Let's see if I can find it. I need to type in ore, and I think there are 10 different types of ore. So there we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if you count uranium. Don't need to count that. 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, we can sort out 10 ores. What I need to do is I need to set up a sorting system. Not only that, a storage system. And then I need to figure out how I can access those the storage with just a press of the button. And I think I know how to do that, but it's going to take a lot of room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do half the ores on one side and the other half on the other. But there's a few things that I need to get out. Alright, so this is why it's taking me so long to get all the resources together. Let me go in and grab this real quick so we can go ahead and build stuff. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 items that I need for this rocket. And they require a lot of alloy and super alloy. It's so much that I'm having a really hard time finding everything that I need in order to get all this built. Because some of the alloys that it needs are made by certain ores that are kind of hard to find, like silver, gold, and there was one other one that I was having trouble finding. Not only that, but they require, I'm not sure, I think it's steel plates, plastic sheets, the fuel tank for the rocket requires the gas tanks, the big ones. And then it also requires electronic parts. So a lot of resources in order to build a rocket. So it's kind of one of those things where once it's finished, it will be helpful, but trying to get everything together is a pain in the ass. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this built so we can go ahead and figure out how we're going to get everything set up. So the first thing we're going to need is the launch pad. Of course, we can't put it down without a launch pad. And we need to go into the hole to build that. I need to go down a little bit, I think. Nope, right there is fine. Oh, no, hold on. I need to rotate it. I need to make sure. I'm not sure if this is good. Oh, grinder. Where the hell is my grinder? There it is. God damn, that takes forever. So what I did was I left this section open for where all the pipes, the chutes, and the cables are going to go. So I need to rotate it to make sure. Oh, it already is. Cool. Need to rotate it so it's facing that way. And why does my jetpack keeps moving me around? Alright, let's go ahead and finish building that real quick. Oops. Too much. Come on. Yeah, trying to work with this jetpack is a pain in the ass. Alright, so now that we got our launch pad, of course, the next thing, which is the bottom of the rocket, will be the rocket engine. So far it's actually pretty simple. It just takes a lot of resources. And I need to rotate you. Okay, there you go. God damn. Alright, now of course, in order to work the engine, we need fuel. And in order to hold that fuel, we need a fuel tank. Come down. Yeah, this might be a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I still have to do this in survival. Alright, so now we got our launch pad, we got the engine, we have a fuel tank. Now the hard part begins. This you have to set up exactly right or it will not work. So what I want this rocket to do is I want it to mine ore and ice. So what we're going to start with is we're going to start with an ice miner. Wonder why the jetpack keeps acting like this. I don't know. Anyways. So this is our miner right here, but the next thing we're going to need is we need storage for the ice miner. But we can't pass the storage to the we can't pass the ice to storage without a coupler. So if you don't place a coupler in between the miner and your storage, it will not pass it and it will not mine anything. You also have to make sure that it's pointed the correct way. And once I build it, I'll show you. So what we need to do is we need to pass it from the miner upwards towards the storage. So as you see this little arrow right here, which you can see when you're placing it, it says upwards. So now that we got that, we can go ahead and get the storage. So let me actually grab 2 of those. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more storage on this. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll have to see. This is just... It's just me trying to figure out if everything's going to work. Alright, so now we got our storage, and that's everything we need for ice mining. So we got our ice miner, we have our coupler, and then our storage. Oh wait, that's a drill. Did I have those backwards? I guess I had them backwards. Alright, now I got the right one. That was the ore storage. I guess I spawned in the wrong stuff. So now what we need is we need a silo, another storage, which is going to be for the ores. So the bottom one's for the ice, this one's going to be for ore. Then of course we need the coupler, and it needs to point down towards the storage. So down, there we go, arrow pointing down. Then we need the ore miner. And in order to control the entire thing, we need the automated rocket automation module. Say that shit 5 times real quick. And there we go. Well, it looks like I got the height right, at least. So, unfortunately, I would love to be able to put some sort of door on this, a gate or something, but I couldn't find anything in the game that is big enough for this area. This area is a 3x3, which is what you need in order to put down the launch pad. But I'm not sure how it's going to react with the walls. That's something we're going to have to figure out as we go. Probably end up destroying everything, who knows. Alright, so over here, as you can see, we have pipe connections, cable connections, and down there are chute connections. What I have to do is I'm going to try to save as much space as possible. So I have to figure out how to connect all this in such a way that I can save a little bit of space. Because we're not even close to being done, not by a long shot. So I think what I should do, the chutes, I need to go this way where the sorters are. So they'll go straight. The pipes can come over this way a little bit. And what I'll have to do with the cables is bring them out. Let me actually show what I'm talking about. So if I bring the cables out one, and I take the pipe, go over to this side a little bit, and then I can take the chutes and bring them over to this wall, and then bring them up here. You know what? You know what I should do? Just so I can make sure I have enough room. Let me go ahead and get rid of these walls. Oh shit! What the hell? Yeah, the my survival, or this creative world, has a breathable atmosphere. That's why it's acting up the way that it is, I think. Alright, I think that's good enough. That should be enough that I can see what the hell I'm doing. Alright, but the thing is I want to try and keep this from going all the way out to here. Yeah. So what I think I'm going to do is half of the ores we're going to store over here, and the other half over here. And then we're going to have our fuel maker over here. So yeah, let me go ahead and get these connected real quick, and then we'll see what we can do. Alright, so I got everything connected, I think. I think we're good. So yeah, I just have the pipes coming over to the right. I have the ductwork, the chutes going off to the left, and I just brought out the cords one length, and then just brought them all the way down. Now this area is not going to be used for anything, so it's okay if we use up the space. What we need to do now is we need to set up the sorting system. So what I'm going to need is sorters. Now we're going to need not only the ones for how many? So we're on this side, we're not only going to need the sorters for the ores, we're also going to need the sorters for ice, because what we need to do is the ice needs to go off into a different area. So the way the sorters work, they're actually pretty simple. Let me go ahead and try to place one real quick. I think we need to go this way, and I could bring you, actually, let's bring it over here. I could always close this off later if I need to. Alright, so the way the sorters work is, of course, you have an input, which is on this back side. The output is this one right here. This is all the items except for what's being sorted. And this one is for the sorted item. So let's say I want this sorter to sort out iron and put it into storage. What it'll do is everything else will come out of this one, and the iron, which I asked it to sort, will come out of this one. Or at least I think that's the way it works. One thing we do need to be careful of, that's going to be the wrong way though. We need to be worried about power connections. Like I said, I'm trying to save as much room as possible, and that one is going the wrong way. No, that one's right because I need it for the ice. Yeah, it needs to go off in that direction. There's not going to be anything else here. So what I need to do is that one should be fine. That one should be okay. But for these sorters, for the rest of it, I can't do that. It has to go this way. So what it looks like what I have to do is I have to bring this output, bring it all the way down the line, and then bring it back through the sorters. And the only reason for that is because of the cables. Where the cables connect, that's the power cable right there. And I need it on the back side so that way I could try to save some room. Yeah, but one thing we're going to have to do is I need to figure out exactly where I need to place everything. So what we're going to need is we need to place the storage. So I can figure out where the connections and all of that are. I think it's called a silo. Yeah, I think it's this one. So if we grab a silo, on this side we're going to have 5 of them. So it looks like the output, and it has power and data on the right and left side. Alright, let's put that in the middle right there. Let's go ahead and build it real quick so we can go ahead and take a look. Alright, so right there, that is the storage silo. Now one thing I do know about the storage silo, it has an item count. It can store 600 items. Now 600 items is stacks. So let's say you have a stack of iron ore. If there's only 21 ore in that stack, it counts as an item. If there's 50 ore in that stack, it counts as one item. So what we need to do is we need to fill up the stacks and get them to the max, which is 50, before we store them. So that way we're not wasting space. Let's go ahead and put this back. So what we're going to need for that is a stacker. Stack. There you go. Grab that. Now the cool thing about the stacker I've realized is you can actually change the direction of the stacker. I did not realize that until recently. But that does help with the power connections and the buttons and the levers. So what we need to do is I need to figure out where to put the stacker because the input is up here. So I think probably if I put a stacker, say right here, let's turn it that way, right up against, let me actually get my jetpack so we can see what the hell's going on. Put it right here, put it directly up against the silo, just like that. That should work, but then we need to make sure that we still have room for the sorter. So the chutes are going to come down this way and come out to right here. Alright, let me go. Hydration. Oh, I also need to get some water apparently. So yeah, even in creative you still have to drink water. Alright, so this is how I'm going to have to place the sorter. So the input comes around this side. We have to bring the chute all the way around and back to here. And then what it's going to do is that's the input, that's the regular output, and this is the sorted output. So the chute will go up here, and then a chute will go from the stacker into the silo. So what I need to do is I need to go ahead and build 5 of these on this side, and then another 5 on that side. Is there a way that I could try to save a little bit more space? I don't think so. I think this is probably the best we're going to get. And I wonder if this is actually going to work and I'm not taking up space. Alright, so the ice is going to go from that one out. The other stuff is going to go from this one. I'll have to go up Ooh, this is gonna be tricky. You know what? I might have to move the sorter to this side. I don't know. Let me get that figured out real quick. Alright, so I think I got it. If I can get the damn jetpack to work. Alright, so if you're going to make a creative world, don't make it with a breathable atmosphere. Make it with a Mars atmosphere. Because, yeah, the jetpack don't work for shit. But yeah, I kind of have it set up. So what this does is we're going to bring the ductwork from the rocket to that input right there. Then what it's going to do, this one is going to sort out ices. So volatiles, oxide, and water ice. Then the ice is going to come out of this one, go up to the ceiling, and go back down to where we need it. The other stuff, like ores, will go through this duct, come over to this side, go up, and over to start getting sorted out. But then it comes back around, and it all ends up out this way. Now, all of this is underground, so it's okay if I have some chutes poking out. I think the ground actually goes to about right here, so I think we'll be okay. Chutes won't be showing if I go ahead and bring it back that way, probably up to the ceiling, up to right here. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of work, but the cool thing I figured out was I could go ahead and back those silos up another couple notches. I think that's 2 notches. But yeah, that'll save me a little bit more room. I mean, I'm currently trying to figure out if there's a better way of doing this, but I really don't see one. Not for what I want. But what I'm trying to do is I want to make sure that the power connections, the power buttons are all on this back side. So that way I don't have to leave a space for cables. Try to make it as compact as possible so we can fit some other stuff in here at some other point. Alright, so let me go ahead and get this side in, and then we'll see if we can't get the ducts or the chutes where we need them to go. Alright, there we go. I think that should work. So we have our sorters, which we'll be able to plug in the back. And then we have our stackers, which we should be able to plug in the back. And we're not wasting any space on cords. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright, so that's one of the things I'll have to do when I get this into survival is connect everything up to power. I'll have to do that before I close everything off. But yeah, this is underground, so I'll probably have to dig out a little bit further so I can get to everything. But once I get this built, it's just a fire and forget. Just build it and then forget about it. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is we need to move this, an exact copy, over to the other side. Then we also need to take the ice, which is going to sort out here, and I need to bring it over to here. But I first need to figure out exactly where I need to take it, so I need to get the fuel production up and running, or at least built, so that way we can figure out where that connection is going to be. So real quick, let me go ahead, we'll copy this over to the other side and then try to figure everything else out. Well, here comes one of my favorite parts. We need to go ahead and let down all the levers in the storage. What we need to do next is we need to get everything named, and then what I need to do is I need to get a computer so that way we can go ahead and program the sorters. Now, like I said, there are 10 different ores. I can't remember what they're all called. So we have coal, copper, iron, nickel, silicon, uranium, cobalt, gold, lead, and silver. What I need to do is I need to give that name to every single one of the sorters, so like iron, gold, copper. So that way I can get into a computer with the sorter chip and go ahead and start setting those sorters up. What I also need to do, which we could do right now, is we need a way of accessing the ores that are in this silo. And that's the reason I went ahead and dropped these levers. Now, there is a way to do this with scripts. There is a way of doing this with scripts so you won't need so much But what we're going to use is a vending machine. So until I figure something else out, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do one vending machine for every single one of these setups. That's why I put cable right here, because the only connections we have for the vending machine are in the back. So yeah, there it is. That right there is a vending machine. So what I need to do is I need to go ahead and get these built. I need to connect them to power, and then I need to grab my labeler, and I need to get all the sorters set up. So this one on the far right. Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't done it yet. That one is going to be called ice, because the ice is going to go up to the ceiling, and it's going to come over to this area right here. We'll get that set up next. So yeah, that one's going to be the ice, and then the other ones are going to be all the ores. Not only that, but I need to go ahead and also set the stackers. So if we come up here, what I need to do is make sure they're all facing the same way, make sure they're all on, and then just come up to the wheel. And stacks, I think, are 50, right? Or stacks, I think. Yeah. So I need to set that on every single one of the stackers on both sides. So yeah, I got a little bit of work to do. Alright, now that we got that all set up, I think everything is set up the way it's supposed to. Or at least I hope so. Now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and set up the printers. Or not the printers, the sorters. Why did I say printers? I have no idea. But what we're going to need in order to do that is a computer. Now this does not require a script, so don't worry. All we're going to do is get ourselves a sorter chip. Where is the connection in front? Yeah, I'm just going to put this down temporarily. Let's go ahead and get it built. There we go. Connect it up to power. And then we can go ahead and grab the chip that we need. So rotate you there, turn you on. Actually, let's go ahead and grab the chip real quick. So all we need to do is, I think it's just the sorter motherboard. Yep, motherboard sorter. There we go. And then we just put it in, turn it on, turn it on. There we go. And as you can see, there are all of our sorters. Now this is pretty damn simple, but it does take a little bit of time. What we need to do is go all the way up to the top. Our first one is going to be the ice. What we need to do is come down to the white list, add, and then let's see, can I just add, is there even a thing in here for ice? Let me get rid of these real quick so we can actually see what the hell's going on. So okay, I can't, can I not move you down? Seriously? Yeah, I don't see anything for just ice. D, E, F, G, H. Yeah, I should be right there. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find the individual ices. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're down at the... Okay, come down. I think they're down around the E. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so I'm going to add oxide. Then we're going to go ahead and add another one. That one's going to be volatile. Did I go too far or not far enough? Damn, there is a lot of shit in this game, man. A lot of shit. So, oxide. God damn, where the hell are you? Volatile. And then add another one for regular ice. I think it was about right here. No, it was a little bit further down. Alright, so since we're going to be getting water ice too, I also have to figure that one out, because I'm not going to have a system here for water ice. Also, the oxide not only produces oxygen, but it also produces nitrogen. So I got to figure out what to do with the nitrogen. So now that we got that one done, what we need to do is come down to the ores. So we have sorter silicon. So I'm going to whitelist that, get all of this stuff named, what it's supposed to, get it all set up. And then we'll go ahead, test out the system, and make sure that it actually works. Alright, now that I got the sorting system set up, or at least I hope I do, the next thing we need to start talking about is fuel. Now this should be pretty simple, or at least I hope it'll be pretty simple. I think I have an idea of the way that I want to set this up. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see. I do have a 4x3 area, so 3 long and 4 wide. That should be enough, and I have a 2 high as well. That should be enough to get this done, or at least I hope. So what I'm going to need first is I need gas storage. So what we're going to need is we need 3 storages. So let's see if I can find the tanks, and we're going to do large tanks, because I might even have to go out and hand mine to get all the gases that we're going to need. I think it's this one. Yep. I don't have to worry about this being insulated, or at least I don't think so. So what we're going to do is we need oxygen and volatile. So I need small storage, a smaller storage for those 2 gases. Then what I want is a large storage for the fuel. So I think the mixture, what was the mixture? I think it was 66% volatile, and then the rest is oxygen, I think. Alright, so first what I want is I want a large storage for the fuel. And where is, there it is. I want to go ahead and get this in the corner. So about right there. Is that right? I think that's right. Then what I'm going to need is I need some, that actually took 5. Damn. That took a whole stack of the tanks. Did not know that. Next, what we're going to need is a small storage for, I think I'm going to make this one volatile because I have an idea. So volatile, and then oxygen. Alright, so here's the issue that we're going to have. We're going to get ice from the shuttle, but the oxide ice not only has oxygen, but it also has nitrogen. So what we need to do is we need to filter out the nitrogen and then figure out where that's going to go. But we might have gotten lucky. Right above us, that is our utility closet. That's where all the gases get filtered from the advanced furnace. And I think, yep, that's the pipe right there. So all I need to do is filter out the nitrogen and bring it up to that spot there. So what I'm going to need is an atmospheric. So Atmo. There we go. And try to save as much room as we can, so we're going to make this tight. I just need to leave enough room for the pipes. Let's turn that on. Then I'm going to need the filters for that. So I need nitrogen filters right there. So the oxygen, actually that would be, no, that would not be nitrogen. We need it going from the filtered, so that's going to be oxygen, my bad. Alright, so we need oxygen filters. Let me go ahead and put this away. So oxygen, there we go. We'll go ahead and use the large filters. There we go. Alright, now we need, what we're going to need is we're going to need to turn the ices into gases. And the way we do that is with an ice crusher. Now, for the first time, I actually figured out that you can connect an ice crusher to ductwork. I had no idea that was even a thing. But apparently it is, so that's actually kind of cool. I do need to leave a little bit of space for not only the... Do I need to come back? No, I think we'll be fine. The power cord is in front, so we're okay. So right there. And then we need one for the volatile. Alright, let's get those built. Turn those on. We turn this on? Yes, we did. And now what we need is we need to connect all that up with pipe. So where is... Where's my wrench? Did I lose my wrench? Where is my... I lost my wrench. The hell did I do with my wrench? Ah, that's alright. We're in creative, so we can go ahead and get another one. Alright, wrench. Let's put you away. And then I'm gonna need pipe. So, P. Go. This might be a little bit tight, but I think I could get everything connected. Alright, so our gas output for the ice crusher is right there at the top. Come down to here. And then the volatile, I'm going to go ahead and leave up here so that way we have room for the gas mixer. Actually, I need to go down. Like that. Alright, let's go ahead and get a straight one so I could go ahead and put down a gas mixer so we can mix those gases. So, mixer. There we go. Alright, so on this one we have the output 1 and the output 2. So what I think I'll do, or input 1 and input 2. I think the input 2 is going to be the volatile. Just like that. And then the input 1 is going to be the oxygen. So I need an elbow. Oops, I had it. Other elbow. Alright. Now I need to set that for input 2 is going to be 66%. Oops, other way. So 60. Oops, wrong way. Alright, 66 and 34. So oxygen 34%, volatile 66. Is that right? Let's double check before I screw this whole thing up. So fuel, canister, 66% volatiles. Yes, that is correct. Alright, then we need to go ahead and bring the pipes over to our storage. Oh, I need some more pipe real quick. There we go. Perfect. Alright, then what I need to do is I need to bring it out. Let's bring it out to here, this line right here. Now we just need to bring the fuel to the rocket. Go back up. So yeah, that's just going to follow this line and then just connect right here. Alright, then when oh shit, where the hell did you assholes come from? Well, oh yeah, that's right, I was testing something out. Yeah, I'll get rid of those. But now what I need to do is I need to bring the chute for the ice over to this area. But first what we need to do is we need to be able to sort those ices out. So what we're going to need is a sorter. So F9, there we go. Alright, so I need to rotate you that way. Yeah, this would actually work perfect. Alright, I need to leave room for the cables. Alright, let's back it up one. Hand drill does not have enough battery. Hold on. I don't even remember using the hand drill, so I don't know why it's out of battery. There we go. There. So yeah, the power connection for the ice crusher is right there, so I need to leave room so we can connect. That's actually perfect. It's right on this line, right where I wanted it to be. Alright, and then right there. Alright, so the input is... Do I have any chutes on me? No, I don't. Let's go ahead and drop this. Grab some chutes. Now, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do the chutes yet. From the sorter over there, that's the ice sorter. I need to bring it up and over... Up just straight up, and then bring it in, and then down. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this whole thing off. We'll see. Alright, so this is the regular output. And then we have the sorted output, which will be the oxide. That's cool that you could actually put not ductwork, chutes into the ice crusher. I didn't even know that was a thing. And then, oops, down, then up. Alright, but we're not done. As you can see, there's still one more access point. That is unsorted output, and that would be the water ice, which I'm going to need a crusher for that, but I also need to figure out where the hell it's going to go. So if I'm not mistaken, the connection that we had to our advanced furnace for water ice was straight up here.
Hydration critical.
Yeah, there it is right there, the ice crusher actually. So yeah, just another ice crusher I'll put right here, and then a pipe going up there. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. So what I need to do is go ahead and connect the ductwork up, get all the cabling connected, and get that pipe connected with another ice crusher. Should only take me a minute. Alright, I think we got everything. So we got the water going up to the crusher, where it will also go through the cooling system. Doesn't really need to, but it will anyways. Got all of our ductwork done. We have our path to our ice. Yeah, this should work. Everything should be closed off. Alright, input. Oh, there is one thing I gotta mention here in a second. Oh, and I almost forgot to connect the nitrogen up to our filtering system up there. But yeah, I got that connected, and I think we're ready to test the whole system out. So there is one thing I decided to go ahead and do that might actually work pretty well in the base, and every once in a while I might have to go out mining by hand, and it would be nice if I had a way of dropping off ores without having to go through an airlock. So I remembered that there was a hopper in the game, and this should work. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put 5 of each ore and 5 of each ice into this hopper and see if it goes through the sorting system. But this is probably going to take a minute or two. Alright, so I'm double checking something real quick. There is one little problem. Because I don't have this end connected to anything, a couple of the stacks of ore actually came out this end. This is the end of my sorting system, so they should not have made it this far. So what I think I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to make that circle around. So go up to the ceiling and then come back to the other side to go through the... God damn it. Come up to the ceiling and go back through the sorting system. Kind of do like a circle, so that way we don't lose any ores. I really did not know that would happen, but yeah, that's something you have to watch out for. Alright, now we know. Alright, so let's check this out. We have nickel, coal. Wait a minute, is that coal or lead? Coal. Gold, copper, iron, silicon, uranium, cobalt, lead, and silver. It looks like we're working. Alright, now it's time to check out the ices and see if they're actually working. Oh, maybe not, because I didn't turn you on. Did I turn on the other one? Hold on. No, I did not. There he goes. Alright, now that we got that done... Oh, that might be an issue too. What if anything other than water ice goes into this crusher? Should I go ahead and do a gas pipe going up there? Just in case some of the oxide... Yeah, see, volatile got in there. Well, shit. Well, I guess that's something I'm gonna have to fix. Or yeah, some of the oxide got in there as well. Oh, you know why? I know why. Might help if I actually do this. Alright, so we got more oxide, more volatile. So I went ahead and brought the chute all the way back over here to go back through the cycle again, just to make sure that we don't miss out on any ores or we don't lose them. That's probably a good idea to go ahead and do that. So I'm glad that I set this up the way that I did. And then I went ahead and just for shits and giggles, went ahead and added this pipe up to there just in case volatiles or oxide do get through. And then of course I added the sorters. I had to set those up. But yeah, now that we have those set up, we should, where's my PDA? There we go. We should now hopefully have some fuel in this tank. And there we go. Hydrogen is still getting, no, nitrogen. How is nitrogen still getting through? It shouldn't. I have the oxygen filtered out and it's going to that tank. So where's, and that only has O2, so how the hell is the nitrogen getting to this tank? Huh? Does, I thought it was just oxide that had nitrogen, but apparently so does, oh no, because some of the oxide might have gotten through. Yeah, when I didn't have the sorting system set up. Shit. Well, I gotta filter that out. But at least now it looks like everything is working. So that made, it didn't make a whole lot. It's almost 500 kilopascals. Yeah, it didn't make a whole lot of fuel. But that was only like 5 chunks per, so not a big deal. But it looks like everything is working the way it's supposed to. So now, if we need an ore, as long as we have it, all we have to do is come up to the right machine and hit vent. Awesome. So one thing I should also add is, well, say for some reason I was in here and I grabbed the wrong ore and I need to put it back. I really should add a way. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll put a, what's it called? The input for chutes. I was trying to think of the word. Yeah, this right here. I'll put a chute bin. That's what it's called. I had to come up here just to remember what the hell the damn thing was called. I'll go ahead and put a chute bin right here and have it connect to that ductwork. And it will go back through the sorting system. That's actually a really good idea. So, not too bad. This is going to take a lot of time and a lot of resources in survival. Already, I've been recording for 3 hours. And this was all in creative. Now, granted, I had to figure out how I wanted to put everything, so that cost me a little bit of time. So it's not going to be so bad in survival when I have to build everything. But having to get all those damn ores is going to cost me quite some time. So I don't know. It might take me a couple days to get everything together so that way we could go ahead and continue with further episodes. But I'll have to figure something out. Well, it is, I think it's Friday now. Yeah, I think so. But anyways, so yeah, we got fuel for the rocket. We have a sorting system from the rocket, which is sorting out ice and ores. And everything seems to be working correctly. Probably next thing I need to do is figure out how to get power to the system. And then we need to go ahead and get the rocket sorted out. Or we need to get the rocket figured out, how to launch it. Now that I haven't quite figured out yet. This might be the first time I actually use the script, which I'm not exactly happy about, but I don't think there's any other way out of it. I might have to use the script. But that's okay, because the thing that I want is I want this thing to be autonomous. So it lands, it unloads the ores, it fills up on fuel, and launches automatically on its own. That's what I would like. And if it's fast enough, then we can get all the ores we will ever need. If it's not fast enough, which I'll probably end up doing anyways, we have this space over here. That one, I think I want to be the garage so we can bring in a rover. Hopefully we get the Mark II rover back, because I think it will fit in this space. And I like the Mark II rover. That thing was kind of cool. They need to fix it so we can get that back. And then over on this side, what I'll do is I'll close that wall off, and I'm thinking about making this the Amy area. Try to set up some automation for Amy, and then just have a ramp that goes outside so she can start mining. I'll probably have multiple Amy's. I mean, this is plenty of room, man. It's a ton of room. So plenty of room to do that if I need to. So yeah, I need to figure out power. We need to get all this over here closed off. I don't think I need to. That doesn't produce a whole lot of fuel, so I don't think I would need to set a pressure regulator, a back pressure regulator, to get rid of the extra fuel. I might do that just to be on the safe side, but I don't think I really need to do. But yeah, that whole thing is going to be completely closed off. This area behind the sorters, or where the sorters are, they're going to be completely closed off. They're working, so we don't need to worry about them anymore. And that one as well. So yeah, the damn thing is shaping up. The next thing I also need to figure out is we need a way of getting down here. We need an elevator. So, as I was saying in the beginning of the episode, we're having a problem with the hydroponic stations. They're eating up the CO2 and creating oxygen. They're creating oxygen faster than they're eating the CO2, so the pressure inside of the base keeps climbing, and we're also having too much oxygen in the base. So what I need to do is I need to figure out a way of getting rid of the extra oxygen. I have no idea how I'm going to do that yet. But one thing I did figure out with hydroponics is better to have them in an enclosed room. So we still have this area back here. Now I don't need a big area because we only need a few plants, just enough to get us a can of food every once in a great while. So this area would be plenty of room. Just build, someone in the comments was talking about an automated greenhouse with an oven and a way of cooking the food. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Why the hell not? But yeah, this would be the perfect area for it. Then of course our rocket is down there. Next episode we'll try to get that guy to launch off and see how well it works in survival. And yeah. But anyways, so yeah, we still have a lot of stuff to do. I still have to build all the sorting systems, the rocket on my own, the hopper, all the shit that we did downstairs, the fuel maker or fuel processing plant. Still have to get that set up so we can fuel the rocket. I need to fill it with a ton of ice so that way we can go ahead and start getting the fuel. I got a lot of work to do on my own before next episode. But anyways, we still have a lot to talk about in further episodes. Until then, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.